Hey, what's going on, guys? Reichenator here. And still trying to get over that last one, that last week. That was rough. Okay, that was weird. Bit of a delay. Hey, what's going on, guys? Reichenator here. Oh, that's why. Shut that down. Alright, let's jump into this again. Can I actually save the planet? I don't know. I thought I did okay last time. I guess I was way off. Still can't believe it. But got a Dean's bad ending. Got that out of the way, I guess. You know, wouldn't that technically also be Anna's bad ending? Because it doesn't get much worse than, you know, dying. Right? Am I wrong? Or... It's weird. I don't know why that posted twice. I think Hey, Declan. I think I'm supposed to start a new one. Yeah. Well, if this doesn't... Okay, yep, doing the right thing. Alright, back at it. Chapter 1, Trauma. Yeah, pretty traumatized after last week. Oh, okay. Yep, right. I'm going to skip through a lot of this because we've already done it. If you want to see me go through it, go back and watch the last... Yeah, this is episode 7. 6 episodes. Question is, who do I try to go with this time? I'm gonna... Sorry. Throat's a little dry. I'm gonna save Adine for last, try to get her good ending last to end this on a good note. But who should I try this time? I want to do Remy. Want to know more about him. Might as well. I'm just gonna do stuff I didn't try before. Nice to meet you too, Sebastian. So where are you taking me? Straight to business, eh? We're gonna visit the plants where they're making your generators. Rez will be there too. Sounds great. Just follow me. What happened? What? I thought you were there last week, Zach. While we walked, I was under the impression we were purposely... Do Remy, yeah. Okay, we'll do Remy. Take that as you will. Just a couple minutes, we arrived at the destination. Yeah, there's that son of a... Screw it, I'm gonna start swearing again. Son of a bitch. Screw you. Yeah. Hey, we're in the Maverick. Yeah, Maverick. Okay. Forgot he growls at me for some reason. Okay, Anna, you're alive again. Well, if you haven't played this game, I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say I got a pretty bad ending. You might want to go check that out real quick so you're caught up. But we're starting the game over, and I'm going to try to get a hopefully better ending. But, yeah, like I said, we're going to skip through a lot of this because we've already done it. PDA. This is for Yeah. We'll do the blood thing. Okay, what? Yeah. Assessing in a satisfactory manner. Sections like these, which you have already cleared before. No need to read everything again. Isn't that great? How is this different from just using the skip buttons like Control and Tab, you might ask? Well, here's the deal. Using the skip buttons can be tedious, especially... Yeah, so tedious. Let's see your jumble. So... Head will never skip important choices that you have to make, such as those that could result in good endings or the choices you make during your investigations. It's up to you. Yep. Just a bunch of skipping. Alright, we're at the first dead body. Are you ready? Yeah, guess so. Alright, first dead body. Investigation. Okay, I'm pretty sure I gotta do well in this. I forgot that I keep having the option to say it was a suicide. There's no way that was a suicide. Usually large or small person. They were inflicted with sharp input. Yeah. Well, we know it was Reza, so... Oh, you'd be surprised how much blood can actually come out. You mean his gun? Yeah. Well, we killed someone with a knife. Did not want to make any noise. One on his neck. Yep, most blood's coming out of there, so it's pretty accurate. Well, there's a lot of blood. He died here, yep. Check. I enjoyed the gameplay. Did not enjoy the ending because I failed. You know, and seeing Adine get shot, that was rough. Fought back. Okay, please tell me I did good. Want to get the good ending. Okay, good. He's impressed. What did I mess up on last time? Oh well. Do you still need a witness? Hiya, Dean. Nice to see you again. Unfortunately, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with you. Ugh. Oh, it's the human. Okay, does this mean I have to be mean with her, or do I just not do all the nice things? I can't be mean to her. Sucks. Maverick. be fair, I might be too if I was shot. Alright, whoa, okay. Well, we said not Lemmy. Remy. So let's go with Remy. Main lobby, is this... Did I read... yeah. Am I gonna regret that? Okay, we're at his office with the interesting choice of music. What do I do? Don't want to do the kiss. Let's just have some dinner. Okay. Do dinner later. Or so I thought. Would I see him again? Wasn't sure, but kept his number just in case. Okay, now what? Do I start? Don't want to do lunch because that unfortunately means a dean. Do I do Anna or Lorem or Bryce? So Sebastian's another choice. Let's do Anna. She's not my favorite, but yeah. Did we already? Yep, this is the Remy. Senior Satisfactory. Yes, skip ahead. A lot of skipping. Wow, that was fast. Already on to chapter 2. Okay. Skip ahead as I wish. What we got going on here? Okay, so we got okay, we did grocery store, we did library. If I'm not mistaken, library is where we saw Remy, so we probably want to do that one. Oh, yep, this is where he had his little thing with the dean. Okay. That's all. Thank you for your help. Okay. That, I don't know if that helped or not, but we're still going down the Remy path. Let's do production facility. I'm gonna talk to Anna again. Jeez. Really knocking on that door aggressively. Right, this guy. Damien? Pretty sure I didn't see him until Anna was killed last time, so... your precious Anna isn't here, so you have to sell for me. I see how it is. That's not what I meant. Of course. Let's just get this over with. You can start by telling me who you are. Here's a short version. Yep, Damien. Work in this facility, and I'm unfortunate enough to live the nightmare of having to deal with Anna on a daily basis. Nice to meet you. And you are? You don't know who I am? Of course I know who you are, but your assumption validated the point I was going to make. Wonder what ending we're going to get today. Hopefully a better one than last time. See, this whole thing about you coming here has been blown out of proportion. Like it's some huge event that everyone should be celebrating. Newsflash, not everyone cares. Once both of you are gone, life will return to normal, and we can all go back to what we were actually should be doing. I imagine a lot of it has to do with those human myths you have. I can only reiterate, not everyone cares. Screw you too, bud. What exactly do you want again? Has Reza been here recently? Do you know anything about Reza's visit to this facility? I've seen him a few times. He would come by to ask about the progress of the generators. There was this one time when Anna told him she'd have news, but when he came over, she just wanted to run some tests on him. Did he go through with it? No, he wanted some compensation, I suppose. Nothing she could offer satisfied him, however, and that was that. How long have you known Anna? Why do you care about that? Maybe I want to find out what kind of person she is. You might have an idea. I'll put it this way. I've known her far too long. He really does not like her. What kind of research is Anna doing? Cancer research. She thinks she can cure it, but she's out of her mind. Is that such a bad thing? The way she does it, yes. She's wasting resources that could be better spent on projects with an actual chance of success. Yeah, I get that. Like, you want to do stuff you know you can do, but curing cancer, that's a pretty big one. What kind of research do you do right now? Guess who got tasked with running all those tests on your blood? You. That's right. While she goes out and does whatever the heck she wants, I get to keep an eye on the experiment. Any interesting results? Not just yet, but soon we'll know more about your body than you do. It's a little creepy. That's all. Thanks for your help. Yeah. Okay. I interrogated Damien. Afternoon sun hung low in the sky, and I decided it was time to report my findings to the police. More skipping. And yep, skippity-doo-dah, skippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Anyway, you said you had some information for us, so what did you find? Not sure if there's anything special about Anna wanting Reza's blood. I mean, she's a scientist, so we'll have to talk to her about it, though. The map in the library, don't know. Can you need a map? Well done, Reich. Thank you. That gives us some good blah, 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 blah. You're welcome. That should be all then, since Bryce still hasn't come back. I assume the search is still going on. I'm pretty sure this is after the second murder. Finally, some free time. Yep. Alright, this is dinner again. Okay. I think you can help me out. It's no problem, really. There's something else you can do. Jeez. Anything will do. Oh, I can go back and choose again. Let's see what this is. Remy, you're too precious. Look at the pictures. There's a red dragon. That's his. Oh, that was sad. Okay, that was an achievement. Let's take a quick peek. For a dragon, I suppose they need to account for the wings and such, but even considering that, it's pretty big. What are the other options? That's my better judgment. Wait, what? No, no. I mean, fine. So empty. Oh, okay. I tried the bedroom. It wouldn't let me. I'll have to do that again if I do this one more time. Mention the pictures. There we go. Alright, something new. So those pictures on the coffee table. I thought you might have a family. Oh no, that's in the past. I'm not even sure why those photos are still there. I don't actually have children. The picture of the young dragon was the product of a silly little program that combined photos. They take images of two people and create what the pair's offspring would supposedly look like. I've always wanted some children of my own, though. I see. How about you, Reich? Would you like to have children one day? I got 2 of them. Yes, I think I would. Just being able to teach them about the world and watch them grow up. Having a little family would be nice. I'd like that a lot. I think that was supposed to be me, but steak does actually sound good right now. Already talked about the murders, so nothing in particular. Yep, skip ahead. I think we got somewhere with Remy that time. I think it was still a nice evening. Oh, he dropped all the stuff. Anna, I guess. Let's keep going down this rabbit hole. What time now? Where is she? Hello? What's this? Looks like a message. Something came up at the last second. She keeps avoiding me. Wait for me. Shouldn't be too long. Anna. I guess at the last second is meant in a literal sense here, or else she could have just called me. Guess we're playing the waiting game then. Don't tell me I have to talk to Damien again. Okay, it's been like an hour. My patience is slowly but surely running out. Let's wait. I've already waited this long, so I guess I can wait a little longer. Don't tell me she's dead. Again. World record holder for most patient person is, but now I feel like a contender. Still no sign of her, though. Waiting. Well, she doesn't show up soon. I'm done. Hey, there she is. She's not dead. There you are. Where have you been all this time? Reading comprehension must not be your strong suit, because my note clearly said I'd be back soon. Note to self, the word soon now refers to a time span of over 2 hours when waiting for a scheduled appointment. Has it really been that long? It certainly didn't feel like it. Alright, sorry for making you wait. Happens to the best of us. Happens to me all the time. I guess we missed our movie. Oh, we were gonna go see a movie. Can't we see a late screening or something? That was the late screening. The theater's closed now. Maybe we should reschedule. That won't work, at least not for me. Today was the only day I could leave early. I won't have another chance anytime soon. Heh, no rabbit yet. So what do we do now? Maybe the coffee place is still open. I don't know. Guess that's better than nothing. Guess I'm going on a date with Anna. Don't know how this happened. Closed as well. That's just peachy. Why do you keep working so late anyways? Because what I'm doing is important. You're doing cancer research, right? And who told you that? Damien, I stopped by your lab some time ago, but you weren't there. Shocker. That shard-boned bastard. What else did he tell you about me? Nothing much. The whole thing wasn't really about you anyways. I see. Sounds like you two don't get along that well. That's the understatement of the century. Being trapped in a small room with the likes of him for hours. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I don't need it to be that loud in my ears. The stress probably doesn't help you either, and it's not worth jeopardizing your health over. Don't overwork yourself. You can't save anyone if you're dead. If I don't find a cure, no one else will. No one else can. Besides, I was only late today because I got your stupid blood work ready. You have the test results? Yeah, want to know what I have to say about them? Definitely. Okay, how much do you know about genetics? Zilch. A little bit, I guess. Don't worry, I'll put it into words that are easy for you to understand. That's very condescending. To start off, I found that, on average, about 90% of your genes are homologous, that word, to our species. That may seem like a lot, but to put it into perspective, about 50% of your DNA is also shared with fruit. To further elaborate, you and your human neighbor back home are probably around 99.9% genetically similar. If you compare the various sentient species we have here to each other, they would only be around 95 to 97% similar. As for what exactly all of this tells us, although a match of 90% sounds like a lot, it's not as much as you might think. Still, for two beings from a different world altogether, that's quite remarkable. Beyond DNA, the biggest similarity between us is within the brain structure, but that's not surprising considering our high-level cognitive abilities. That'll surprise Maverick. What do you mean? He doesn't seem to like humans very much. I'm sure he'll be displeased to know how similar we are. Oh, he doesn't like anyone, really. He's just like me in that way. Yeah, you two would make a great couple. You're a little late for that. I'm already his ex-girlfriend. Really? How did that go? Not how you might think. It actually went pretty well, for a while at least. But in the end, we both got too absorbed in our jobs until we realized we had drifted apart too much and agreed it would be better if we just broke up. I still respect him for the work he does. I mean, we even used to solve crime together. I'd be in the lab running tests, and he'd be out in the field chasing after the perps. Don't think any police actually use the word perps. But okay, those were good times. I guess nowadays he just chases after me. What? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But if you know him, maybe you can help me out. I certainly can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. Okay, but this is just between us, alright? Sure, whatever. Maverick is convinced that I'm the accomplice of a crime. He made a point to tell me that he's searching for proof to legally arrest me, or worse. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Really? It's nothing. He can't find any proof that doesn't exist. Still, it doesn't feel nice to be threatened and stalked, especially by someone like him. That's just him. He gets way too into it once he sets his sights on something. I noticed. It's his job. What do you expect? I wish he'd just leave me alone. He wasn't always like this, you know. A couple of years ago, he was assigned to this one case. Well, flashback time. He was still relatively new on the force, young and eager to help. Then reality came crashing down on him. There was a serial killer who shook up the whole town. The victims were apparently eaten. Jesus. Ay. We later found out that the killer's actions were the results of a degenerative disease, which brought his feral nature into the foreground. Huh. At that point, he was just a wild animal, turned into a cannibal that hunted under the shadow of night. Everyone in town was up in arms, terrified that they'd be next. The police did everything they could. A curfew was instated, and patrols guarded the streets at night, and then they found him munching on his fifth victim. Poor little Maverick was not prepared for what he would find. I can imagine. Remember the first traumatic thing I saw in my line of work. Stand back, Maverick, I'll handle this. Miles? It was his brother. Oh, fudge. Step away from the body, Miles. Miles couldn't comprehend their words, and only saw rivals who wanted to take away his prey. And he wasn't about to just let go of it without a fight. Miles raised his head from his kill, blood dripping from his maw. Can this get more depressing? I shouldn't have asked that. The officer's breaths were smothered by the deathly stillness of the night. Fangs bared, the feral dragon snarled and stood strong in front of his meal, prepared to protect it from the two who intruded upon his territory. Whatever this is, Miles, it's over. Don't make it worse now. Ugh. Ah! In an instant, Miles was upon Bryce. They clashed in a flurry of teeth and claws. Miles had the advantage with his small frame and quick movements, and Bryce could not get a clear hit in. It all happened so fast that Maverick didn't know what to do. They rolled on the ground, and Bryce ended up on his back, as helpless as a turtle. Miles pinned him and clamped his jaws on his neck. Okay, Bryce is still alive, so he's not going to die here. Bryce's claws were the only thing preventing Miles from biting down, and they were slipping, slick with blood and quivering with fatigue as he tried to push him off. For a brief moment, Bryce thought he'd meet his end, when the jaws suddenly relaxed and he was able to dislodge them. When he looked up, he saw that Maverick had managed to get Miles from behind. He bit through his brother's neck from above. Blood flowed down Maverick's jaws and over Miles' lifeless body. Oh, that's rough. Bryce had been saved, but the young dragon wore a wide-eyed, empty stare. Yeah, I'd be pretty messed up after that, too. Maverick blamed himself for not taking better care of his brother. He knew Miles had problems and was taking medication for it, but he wished he could have done more to help him. The medication wasn't the right one, by the way. Maverick takes solace in the fact that he was able to save Bryce, but he's never been the same since that incident. Now, he scrutinizes everyone and everything. I'm not sure how that's supposed to help me. It doesn't, but now you know why he is how he is. It's not unusual for him to act like this, so you might have to wait it out. Anyway, let's get back to your test results. Okay, yeah, let's just completely gloss over the craziness that just transpired. Since you were so interested, did you want a copy of them? Yeah, I appreciate that. No problem. I heard you also wanted Reza's blood. Of course, I invited him over too, but that was before you arrived here. And I thought what we had was special. Oh, it is. Okay. You're no Adine, but we gotta go through this, I guess. Reza was too stuck up to agree to anything. That sounds about right. He wouldn't even participate in an exhilarating round of trivia board games. Not even that. Can you believe it? I can almost see the sarcasm dripping from your mouth. Still, it's kind of a shame. It would have been interesting to compare your blood to his. What a shame indeed. Let's just enjoy our romantic date in the back alley of a coffee shop. Of course. Unless you want to take this someplace else. What? You don't like hanging around dirty back alleys? What do I do? Hey, I bet you've never had a date in an alley before. I haven't. Not sure I ever wanted to. Where's your sense of adventure? Oh, hang on. There it is. Yes, I can feel the adventure kicking in. I'm getting kind of hungry. I figured we'd be having a meal on our date. What? Can't you go a few hours without having to stuff your face? I could offer you a handful of dirt, if that's to your taste, right? I'll pass. I'm afraid that's all we have on the menu. Unless, well, I know one place that never closes. Let's go there. Sure. For several minutes of walking, Anna led me to the outskirts of town. We arrived at a farmhouse. On one side, fields stretched toward the horizon, and on the other were lush green hills with fenced populations of animals. What kind of restaurant is this supposed to be? Self-serve. Oh, okay. I know. How well can you hunt? Me? Even if I knew how, it's not like I have any equipment here. Equipment? What a sissy. You've got hands and teeth, what more do you need? A long-range weapon, maybe? Like fire? I suppose you could make use of that. Alright, since I'm apparently the only one capable of acquiring food, I'll be right back. Anna walked over to a fenced enclosure of animals that reminded me of sheep. She crouched and squeezed herself through the bars, after which I lost sight of her. Waiting game 2.0. Start. Only took a couple of minutes for her to return, dragging one of the animals behind her with her now bloody jaws and hands. Oh, okay. Dinner's ready. What kind of animal is this? Let's call him Mouflon. Let's go with that. Anyway, do you have a part you'd prefer? See how nice I am? I'm even letting you choose first. What the? Good choice. I don't know what that is. What is that? Grilled. Definitely grilled. Raw meat carries a significant risk of diseases for us. How inept can your species even be? You can't hunt on your own, and you need tools and help at every step. You don't even have claws to cut things up. Not sure how you could ever survive in the wild. Seriously, what god did you piss off to end up like that? Evolution. Let's go with evolution. I guess after millions of years of evolution, nature decided that we didn't need those abilities anymore. Instead, we got very articulate hands and arms in our upright stance. Those let us do many other things. Like what? Who builds everything in your society? Who's responsible for the delicate tasks like assembling electronics, manufacturing, or cooking and bartending? That's mostly us, the runners. We've got proper hands, after all. Now compare your arms to mine. Ours are much longer and have way more mobility. Especially our fingers. They have an incredible amount of articulation. The difference between you and me is about as big as the difference between you and another of your species. Just imagine what we could do with our advantages. Oh, you think you can school me? Sure I can. Don't get cocky. We've overcome the limitations of individual species with all of our technology. What I missed? Well, apparently I'm dating Anna when I was trying to go for Remy, but you know, let's just roll with it. Actually, you have technology back home that is far superior to yours. I'd love to see it, though we've already gathered plenty of information on your tech from the databases contained in the PDA. What will you do when we catch up? If you get there, we'll see. She opened her maw wide before a liquid shot from both corners of her mouth and onto the ground before the parts of the mouflon she had prepared. For a few seconds, the liquid burst into flames, heating up our dinner. It's an interesting way to shoot fire. But you wish you could do that, huh? It'd be wicked cool, right? It comes in handy. How does that work anyway? Don't you ever burn your mouth? Not at all. There are actually two different components. They only catch on fire when a sufficient quantity of both is present. Very specific. Interesting. You got a little something on your face there. And your neck, and your chest. And you just... The flames weakened and grew smaller until they went out, revealing steamy, appetizing pieces of meat. Help yourself. I grabbed a piece, but dropped it as soon as I felt the heat on my fingertips. Ouch, that's still hot. Can't take a little heat, huh? That's too bad. Unaffected by its temperature, she took a piece into her hand, tore a chunk out of it with her teeth, and started chewing. I guess your scales are a good insulator. Evidently so. How does it taste? Just wonderful. Stolen goods always taste best. I can already picture the old farmer reduced to tears after he discovers one of his precious mouflons is gone. A little murder mystery on the side, yep. Might as well go down this path. Get the good ending for Anna, I guess. Hopefully. Thanks, I could teach you a thing or two. think it should be cool enough for your sensitive little fingers now. Carefully I grabbed one of the pieces, which by now had indeed cooled down enough to not burn me anymore, and I took a bite. It was a little bland, had to admit it, but not bad for something that was alive less than an hour ago and prepared in the wild. How do you like your mouflon a la Anna? Not bad, I have to say, especially at that price. How often do you just go out and hunt on your own? Only when necessary, or when I feel like it. I still go to fancy restaurants because I can afford it, but they don't mean much to me. For me, it's all about the experience, and one isn't necessarily better than the other. I can see your point. This certainly isn't how I thought the evening would go, but it was pretty fun. Anyways, I'm stuffed. Me too. There's plenty left over. What are we going to do with it all? We can just leave it here. Hey, maybe the old farmer will help himself to it. Whoa, whoa, what did I just choose? Talk about recycling. Hey, it's me. 100% biodegradable. We should probably leave before that senile has-been wakes up from his evening nap. Yeah, let's go. Great, I helped Anna commit a crime. Well, that was interesting. Wait a minute, I've got something for you. Okay, bye. Hi. There you go, your test results. Black on white. Thanks, but did you really need to spend all that extra time getting this done today? I just wanted to get it over with when I had the chance. Maybe you should start thinking about not working so late on a regular basis. Might do you some good, Anna. Why do you think so? I'm just saying, if it usually gets as bad as it did today, that's not a good sign. I just didn't pay attention to the time, but I guess that's because I barely go out anyway, and I didn't even think about watching the clock. Okay, point taken. So what are you gonna do? I'll think about it. You know, now that this date is officially over, if I don't work overtime every single day, I could fit you in for your end of the deal. Of course you didn't forget about that. I'll let you know the details, or just call me if I forget. Sure. Okay. Day 1 with Anna done. Oh, I'm not ready for grief again. I don't want to go through that again. It was rough enough the first time. Wait, what? What? Okay, see, it says, whew, I thought I messed up somehow. Like, there's no way Anna would be a set death. Like, are you okay? I don't know. Is there anything that I can do? Let's just get this over with. Bryce gave me a concerned look, but then nodded. And here's more bad news. The blood we found on the first victim in town matches the DNA evidence found on the second victim at the power facility. Furthermore, the murder weapon and method appear to be the same across all 3 victims. Okay, yeah, so it's the same. Yeah, skip to... Okay, so it was It appears that it's either Damien or Anna that dies as the 3rd victim. There's a production facility. Yeah, let's check on Anna. That's not Anna. It's Lorem. Hey, Reich. Lorem, right? Yep. What are you doing here? Did you get a chance to think about what I told you last night? I don't remember what you told me last time. Don't worry, I didn't lose your number. They keep me pretty busy, so I don't usually have much free time. Well, if anything changes, give me a call. I don't know who you are, but okay. I gotta go now, so take care. You too. This should be the right place. Alright, it's Anna. Oh, it's you. I'm a little busy, so I'm not sure if I should take any visitors at the moment. I have a few questions about the murder of your colleague. If that's so, why do you get to go around asking questions like that? Is it a matter of human interest? Actually, yes, you could say so. I don't think it gives you that option to check the status. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to do that. Would make it a little bit easier, but you know, I didn't make the game. Still a good game. Interesting. What's in it for me? Hey, I already agreed to your tests. I'm not sure what else I could offer you. Besides, I'm working with the police, so your cooperation would be greatly appreciated. Oh, you're working for our police. Now you really have my attention. Oh boy. I want to see where you're going with this, so by all means, go ahead. Is there a pause menu? Oh. There is a pause menu. Okay, so there is there is a way. Okay, so I will make sure to actually keep track of that. Okay. Apparently Lorem is one of them. Anyways, what happened last time you saw him alive? Saw him yesterday evening. There were some tests I needed to run overnight, so instead of staying late to set them up, I had Damien do it. That's what colleagues are for, right? Okay, tell me what happened when you found him. I might have left early yesterday, but I made up for it by coming in early today, before anyone else. That's why I was the one to find him. I was on my way to my office when I saw him lying in the middle of the hallway, in a puddle of his own blood. What was your relationship to him? I think we know that answer. We were colleagues, nothing more. I heard that you did in particular... Do we not remember the date we just had? X thing? What? Yeah, but that's not unusual. I don't like most people. He really didn't like me, though. Why is that? He was jealous of my success, and it showed. It seemed very calm for someone whose colleague was just murdered. People die every day. It's a simple fact of life. Besides, I don't see you crying about him either. I didn't know him. I didn't know him that well, so it's not like someone I actually cared about died. The world stops spinning for no one. Life goes on, and for me, that means being without an assistant for a while. I mean, it's not wrong, but you can have a little bit of compassion at least. That'll be all. Thank you, Anna. My pleasure. Time to head back. I interrogated Anna. Great. Time next to my apartment for a brief moment of rest. A small piece of paper had been... Okay. Okay, I stayed inside last time. I'm going to the portal this time. Let's see what happens. Even with night falling, it was easy for me to find my way around. Long, grotesque shadows stretched before me, and the atmosphere was eerie and dangerous. Couldn't tell if it was because of the evening shroud of darkness or if the urgent situation tugging at my mind had twisted my perception. I made it past the village border and pressed on. There was still a fair distance to go. Suddenly, gloved hands grabbed me from behind, clamping over my mouth. I couldn't make a sound. Oh, wait. From what I could see, it was the same hooded figure I had met. Okay, it's the, Oh, the name's on the tip of my tongue. It'll show up in a sec. It's too late. Maverick's arrived before you did, and he'll make sure that no one uses the portal today. Don't follow me. Okay? I was shoved to the ground, and before I could regain my composure, the figure vanished into the darkness. If Maverick was still in the area, it was not a good idea to stay here. I wouldn't want to fuel his suspicions, or worse. What? Anyways, I figured it was time to go back to the police department anyway. I tried to go to the portal. Okay. There you are, Reich. Yep. Okay. Witness report from Anna is good. Nothing new. Not bad, Reich. Not bad at all. Thanks for your help. I do what I can. And your help is greatly appreciated, believe me, especially since we're so short on staff right now. That will be all for today. I'll contact you if you need anything. Of course. See you next time. See ya. Alright, Yep, meet with Remy. Yep. Okay, yep. I'm not going through that again. Yes, it's not exactly the same thing, but I heard that the orphanage is always looking for more volunteers. You could help take care of those children. Is that so? Okay, we're getting a different scene. That's nice. Yeah, the orphanage is notoriously understaffed. The children don't really have anyone else, so each volunteer is a godsend. Losing both parents at such a young age must be horrible. I can't even imagine what that must be like. You should talk to the dean about volunteering. She knows a lot more about it than I do. A dean? I don't want to talk to her. Why not? She used to be my friend. Well, she was more Amelia's friend than mine. Why can't you talk to her? I don't know. I don't want to face her. Whenever I see her, it's another reminder of what I lost. Besides, I don't think she wants to talk to me either. I think if you wanted to volunteer, she'd gladly accept the help. Besides, I saw that she tried to talk to you the other day. You saw that? I guess she did try to talk to me, but it was only because she wanted something. I don't think that was the only reason. Maybe she wanted to reconnect with you. If she wanted to avoid you, she could have asked someone else at the library for help, but she chose you. I'm not sure about that. Maybe she actually feels the same way you do, and the map helped her muster up the courage to face you again. If you want to change something, Remy, you have to take action. What's the worst that could happen if you talk to her? Don't you steal her from me. I suppose you have a point. I'll think about it. Thank you, Reich. Getting all that off my chest already helped a lot. No problem, Remy. Anything else on your mind? Well, there's this whole thing about Anna. Yeah, you mentioned that last time. Are you still worried about her? I am. Who knows what horrible things she's working on in her lab. There's nothing I can do to stop her. You did what you could. The rest is up to the authorities now. I guess so. I can't help but feel a little pity for her, too. With her condition, I imagine that the ministry's disapproval must have been a tough pill to swallow. What are you talking about? Well, shit. She has cancer. I see. Who knows how much longer she has? Knowing that, every day must be difficult for her. Remy paused and gave me an embarrassed smile. Quite a bit of time has passed since you arrived, and you've barely been able to speak. I've been speaking a lot. Talking a lot. Satisfactory manner, yep. As I wish. Can I ask you a question? Of course. Do you even like me? There must be a reason why you've put up with me for this long. What are you talking about? Do you consider me a friend, or maybe more? Oh yeah, music is great in this. Okay, I have the option here. Either go with Remy, get his done, or stay with Anna. You know what? Screw it. Let's do Remy. Let's get his done. Is that so? In that case, well, the summer festival is coming soon, and it's an event we hold in our town every year. They've got fireworks and all kinds of shows. It might be fun for you to experience a different part of our culture. What do you say? Would you like to accompany me? I'd love to, but I can't promise I won't have other obligations at the time. Both is good. I haven't watched that movie in forever, but that line always shows up. I see. Well, I'll call you and we'll see if we can work it out around our schedules. Sure thing. Then it's settled. I probably should get going now, though. Thanks for hearing me out, Reich. Likewise. Looks like I have some free time today. See where this goes. There you are. I was wondering if you'd ever even show up. I'm an honorable person. Good for you, and for me, as it turns out. Follow me, please. Okay. So, what exactly is this room? It's our testing room for research on live subjects. And what exactly do you test here? You'll see that soon enough. I intend to use this facility to its fullest potential. I see. Let's start with this one. What's that? I can get a good look at your bone structure, muscle groups, and organs with this. For the finer details, we'll need a different machine. Would you please lie down here? Of course. Before we start, can I ask about your qualifications? You can trust me. I'm a doctor. I'm the doctor. What kind of doctor? Well, Doctor of Pharmacy is the only title I currently hold, but I know how to operate this machinery. That doesn't exactly inspire confidence. You think I'd let an opportunity like this go to waste by not doing my research? I'll have you know that I'm very qualified to perform these tests. If you say so. Now, please try not to move too much while this is running. And how long will that be? Good question. I suppose we'll see soon enough. And what do we do now? Just wait until it's over? What do you want me to do? Dance for you so you don't get bored? Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't, but I'm afraid I don't provide those kind of service. When I heard that something happened at the facility, I thought it might have been you. It's quite something, isn't it? If I stayed as late as I used to, it might have been me instead of Damien. Yeah, it would have been. A lot of replays, yay. It's only because you told me not to stay late, so, hey, saved your life. You're welcome. Still, somebody died. I'm not crying over that bastard. Alrighty, you can move again. Does this mean I'm done? That's a good one. We're just getting started. What about the results? Don't hold your breath. Pretty sure you're supposed to. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. You'll be processing for some time, and the resulting data will be so vast that I'll probably end up studying it for days. Hopefully you have days to live. Let's collect some samples now. Where should I... Wherever you like. Show me your claws. That would be fingernails in my case. I suppose you're right. It would be insulting to call those thin little things of yours claws. They'd probably break off before you can make use of them in any practical way. It's not wrong. Just one more way nature gave us the short end of the stick. So, which part would be fine for me to cut off? Take a piece from the white part. The rest you see is attached to the finger. Hold still then. Don't cut off too much. Don't worry, I only need enough to put it under a microscope. There, was that so bad? Do you want me to put a bandage on your little boo-boo? I'll show you a boo-boo. No, thanks. It's not letting me change that, dang it. What now? Now, it'll go under the microscope. She got up and sat down at a table. Intently, Anna stared at a device while messing around with the nail clipping. Let's see. Putting your fingernail under a microscope is something we used to do in middle school. Quiet, please. There's a scientist at work here. Okay. This structure looks a lot like keratin. I could have told you that. Because it is. Well, that's not much of a surprise, really. Keratin is the substance that forms the claws on us dragons and most of the animals here. At least as far as mammals, reptiles, and birds are concerned. So why would you retain the structure, but not do anything useful with it is beyond me. It gets better. They grow continuously, so they need to be cut regularly. What happens if you don't cut them? They just keep growing. How much can they keep growing? Pretty much indefinitely. Do they get thicker at least, or what else happens when they grow? They just get longer. What a hassle. Yeah, just a bit. So, how long are you planning on keeping me here? Getting impatient already? I'm just saying, our date didn't take all that long, and you mentioned you'll already have days worth of data from that machine. Well, we never specified any terms, and I sat out our dates until it was officially over. This will certainly go by much quicker if you can show a little patience, says the Queen of Complaining. I'll just shut up then. By the way, how do you feel about needles? I don't mind them. Glad to hear that. You'll need to remove some layers for the next part. What are you going to do? These are just some electrodes, and I'll measure your brain activity with one of those helmets. Alright, why do I have to take off layers? What is it now? It's kind of embarrassing. Why? Well, we usually don't take off this much in front of others. Not even for doctors? Oh, we do, but that doesn't make it any less embarrassing. I don't understand. I mean, I get why you would want to put something on if it's cold, considering your lack of fur. Yeah, you can sharpen your nails. I've seen people with sharpened nails. I have this compulsion to always have some layers on is a bit strange. It's just a social norm where I come from. As you can probably tell, we don't have a problem showing what we were born with. Okay. This will also take a while. I want to have a good reference and see how your rates change. Your head shape is a little different from ours, but I think this one should do the trick. Perfect, just as perfect, just as if it was made for you. I'm not so sure of that. By the way, how can you even be sure that your machinery will have no adverse effects on me? I suppose I can't. It's mildly unsettling. Words. I'm going to ask you a few questions. What is this, a polygraph test? No, this is something completely different. I'm also measuring your brain activity here. Besides, I don't really care about the truthfulness of your answers. Rather, this is to establish your natural highs and lows of the values I'm measuring. Go ahead, then. Let's start with the easy ones. Baby's taking a nap. He started his nap late, so he's still sleeping. Just say no to the following 3 questions. It doesn't matter if it's true or not, understood? No. I set myself up for this one. Got her. Questions start now. Are you human? No. I see. Is your favorite color red? It is red. That's my favorite color. How'd you know? Interesting. Have you been convicted of any crime? No. I see. Now, we'll get to the real part. You can answer the following questions however you like. Got it. Did it make you uneasy when you had to answer all the test questions negatively? Yes. I see. Interesting. Have you taken a liking to anyone here since you arrived? Yes. I see. Did you have any ulterior motives when you came to our world, or is it as simple as what we are led to believe? No comment. I see. That's all for this test. You can take off the helmet and I'll take care of the electrodes. It's kind of seemed like an interrogation. I want to keep it simple by asking questions that could get a reaction. I see. It's kind of a shame, because in the end, a lack of additional subjects for this test means those results might not be very useful to us. We probably need a few more humans. Then why do them in the first place? The data is still useful, just not as useful as it could be. And besides, I did tell you I'd make the most of this room. Well, what's next? I'm not sure yet. Do I want to get close enough to examine mucosa and orifice? I guess so. We quarantined Reza when he initially arrived here, but skipped the procedure with you. After examining Reza, we didn't think humans by themselves posed any danger. Until Reza started killing people. Nevertheless, who knows what kind of illnesses and bacteria you might be housing as an alternate host. I'm not taking that risk without a full protective suit. Yeah, it's only fair. Does that mean your procedures are going to get a lot more invasive? No, I'm not in the mood to put the suit on and sterilize the whole room. To be fair, I haven't heard of anyone I've been in contact with getting any strange diseases thus far. Sure, but then I'd have to ask you if any of those actually got close enough to you. As in, intimately close. No orifice examinations then. For the next part, we'll actually have to go outside. That sounds like fun. Depends. Here, strap this to your arm. What's this? A handheld monitor. I want to measure how you perform during exercise. Yes, ma'am. That's a... Okay. Let's go then, shall we? Sure thing. And now? Real quick, let's... Impress, good. Yeah, those are gonna be... Take one lap around the block. I'll be waiting for you here. You can go as fast or slow as you want, but try not to stop until you're back here. I'll be monitoring you, so I'll know if you try to do anything fishy. Easier said than done, Reich. I'll be watching. Anyway, you can start whenever. Monitor should take care of the rest. Trying for a consistent speed, I started with a light jog. Soon I was outside the gate and around the corner when I met an unexpected surprise. Oh, hi! Oh, hello, Reich. It's good to see you. What are you doing here? I made a bet with Anna and now I have to do some tests for her. Oh no, why'd you do that? It's a long story. I hope you were careful around her. No worries, I am. Is she doing anything weird or painful to you? No, or at least not yet. She wanted to examine my orifices. No, if she tries anything, you can always tell her to stop. If it comes to the worst, your rights as an ambassador trump any bar bets you might have made with her. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Have you made up your mind about it yet? What do you mean? Our next meeting. Oh, I haven't forgotten. I've just been a bit busy with all kinds of things. This included. I'll have to get back to you on that. No problem. Well, I don't want to distract you from what you're doing. Till we meet again. Bye. Fishy. Afterwards, I finished my lap around the block, arriving only a few minutes after I had started. I suppose it was too much to ask for a lap without any breaks. Maybe I shouldn't have expected you to be as fit as we are. I got distracted on the way. How so? Did you have to stop and smell some flowers? I met Remy. Remy. Oh, I wouldn't mind if that bastard kicked the bucket to jeez. How can you say that? That's how I feel. Would you prefer me to lie to your face? Anyways, I've got your data, so we can head back inside if you're not too exhausted to walk. Of course. Don't you be mean to Remy. Looking at your data, it's kind of hard to evaluate it without having any reference points. How much exercise do you usually get? A little. I see. Sure get to ask me a lot of questions here. All part of the tests. Though I think those were all the tests I needed to run on you for today. Does that mean we're done here? Oh, some of the data from the scanning machine has been processed. We can look at some pretty pictures of you. Have them framed, or do I want to flirt with her? Yeah, let's see where this goes. It's the best you can come up with. Oh, right. I totally forgot that you are a mammal. To encounter an intelligent mammal of all things. Well, reasonably intelligent at the very least. Why is that so surprising? You already have your myths about humans. Myths are myths. Having you here in the flesh is an entirely different thing. It's not like I could use our myths to get a scan like this one. Just seems so funny to me. Do you nurse your young from your teats as well? We do. Let me study your muscle groups for a bit, okay? We're just jumping from one subject to another. Do you want me to take my clothes off again? I meant the pictures. Oh, I see. You can stay for a bit longer in case I have any questions. Okay. While I continued sitting on the bed, she went up to her table and started looking at the scans of muscle groups. As we talked, her eyes never left the screen. Some of these structures are very similar to those found in Damien's kind. I'm not surprised. His stature is similar enough. True, true. Now shut up and let me concentrate. Does that approach ever work? What are you talking about? You being that rude to everyone. We're done here. Can't take what you dish out, huh? Okay, did I piss her off? Okay, I pissed her off. What did I do? Okay. What did I do? I guess I should have just printed them. That's weird. That was a weird turn of events. Oh, come on! Thought I was doing good. Okay, well, I guess I'm going with Remy this time. This time. The chief will explain everything once we get there. Let's not keep him waiting. Oh, there's the eggs. He stole the eggs. I used the skip function 10 times. Woohoo. Weird achievement. Yep. Why is this music? Okay, well... I know what's gonna happen, but... I already did it the other way, so I gotta... Dang it. I don't want to see this. I know what's going to happen. Is that why the music's playing? Alright. Once Bryce made his way to the front door, looking around and scanned the windows of the building for any sign of movement. When Bryce reached the door, I wondered how he would make his entry. Would he be trying to be quiet and sneak around, hoping to find Reza unprepared, or would he barge in and rely on his strength and speed to apprehend him? Though shortly after Bryce opened the door, an earth-shattering sound. Yeah, dang it. Sorry, Bryce. Sorry. Dang it. Alright, Chief Sebastian. Did I just... we reclaimed everything that was stolen. Well, except for the eggs. I don't want to have to explain to them. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that's... Okay, I need to hurry up and do another playthrough and fix that. search belly, found the bloody bandage. He's wounded. Yep, all this. Okay, so I'm gonna run these errands. Obviously, I'm not gonna go to the orphanage. Library. That's where we'll see Remy. Doesn't look like Remy is. Oh, hi. Who are you? Quaz? Excuse me. Can I help you? You know where the audio section is? I'm looking for some sheet music. No, Bryce dying was because I chose to let him go first when I knew there was an explosion, a trip mine set up. Whereas if I went first, I would have saw it and not died. Bryce didn't know about it and then did die. So that's why Bryce is dead, not because Anna's alive. Sorry, I have no idea. I don't even work here. Don't worry about it. The staff all seem to be hiding somewhere. Anyway, have a good day. Who are you? Okay. Maybe Remy's somewhere in the back or in his office. Hello? Oh. You. No, this section is usually for staff only. I'm just looking for Remy. I'm supposed to drop off this PDA. Well, he's not working today. Apparently, he has other engagements. If you need to find him, you can probably do so at his home. Can't I just leave the PDA here? Oh, I'm not going to take responsibility for this if it gets lost. If you want to drop it off, go find him. Okay. Bitch. Wait, what? I didn't say that. By the way, I hope you do not take it personally that I try to send you away. Yeah, okay, whatever. Bitch. What? To be honest, I'm glad you're still here. Remember, I said that I believed you when you told me your side of the story. I always have to do what is in the public's best interest, but now they will not blame me if you have any connection with Reza. I hope you can understand that. Here's Remy's address. I've been there. I know where he lives. Oh, hello, Reich. What are you doing here? I came by to give you this. I was already at the library, but Amira refused to let me drop it off there. I see. Hey, it's one of your PDAs. I told you one would find its way to me eventually. Yep, and now you can look at all the human knowledge you want. You have no idea how much I'm looking forward to that. I may not be working today, but I'm still going to check it out as soon as possible. I'm just going to leave you to it then. Thanks. Enjoy. That's it. Do I try to fix things with Anna? Yep, of course Bryce is gone. He's dead. Although Lorem is still alive, so I don't know why that. I guess I'm not able to talk to Lorem at all. Whatever. Take the bandage to the facility. Let's go say hi to Anna. I approached Anna's lab. I saw her sitting on the hallway floor, the door to her lab wide open. Hey, Anna. Oh, it's you. What's going on here? It's none of your business. Okay, then. What do you want, anyway? I was going to drop this evidence off for you, courtesy of the police. The police? You know what? You can march right back and tell them they can do their test themselves if they think they can play games with me. I guess that's a no, then. Some idiot complains, they mess up my place, and then turn around and ask for my help? Is that a joke? Bastards, the whole lot of them. What the heck are you still doing here? Go and tell them now. Jeez. Okay, I really pissed her off. Thanks for all your help. The facility has they did receive the bandage. Oh, okay. What? Why? Not sure what's going on, but apparently the police raided Anna's lab, so she wasn't in a condition to accept it. That's so strange. I hadn't heard about this. I'll have to talk to the others. Actions like that will stall the Reza case. Oh, I'm gonna get another bad ending. take care of the remaining tasks so you can take the rest of the day off. I'm sure. What's the problem, really? My trip to your world wasn't supposed to be a vacation. Alright then, see you next time. See you. I made things worse. This fateful day, I was glad to finally... Okay, yep. Administrator. That was... Yep, that's what it was. Seems I got messages. Hello, this is Remy. Just want to remind you about the summer festival. Man, he is really one to go out with me. It'd be nice to go there with you. I'm not sure how you feel about this, but I usually try to avoid the crowds. In any case, please let me know if you want to go. Summer festival, huh? Meet with Remy. Yep. Oh, that must be him. What the hell? Remy, what's on your face? Don't you know what it is? Well, it looks like lipstick, but I didn't know that was a thing here. You're right, it is lipstick. It's not something that existed in this world before, though. How did you get some, then? I have one of your PDAs, remember? I studied it a bit and came across the entry on lipstick. Based on the necessary ingredients, I realized I could make some myself, and so I did. It's an interesting thing to look up in all of our human history. Did you do this to look pretty for me? I just figured you'd miss these kind of things. Things that are normal for you. It hasn't really been normal back home in quite a while. Lipstick isn't common these days. Didn't the entry specify that it's typically used by females? Now that you mention it, I did get that impression, but I found the sentiment a bit puzzling. Why would a product like this only be used by one gender? Well, I guess social norms dictated that certain traits are only desirable in one gender, thus highlighting them like this would increase the attractiveness. Oh, I think I get it now. It's all based on sexual dimorphism. The biological differences between the sexes are much greater in your species than it is in ours, so I suppose that traits you are looking for can fit different too. Generally speaking, sexual dimorphism is much greater in mammals than it is in reptiles. Getting into a weird subject here. It's kind of embarrassing. Should I get rid of it? I'll let you guys decide on that. I don't know if this is about to be the ending. I think the fireworks are right before the ending, so... Keep the lipstick on or take it off. Which one was no? Was no... Oh. Alright, let's see how he does with lipstick. No, leave it on. It's not as if people here would know about its history. They might look at him a little weird, though. I suppose that's true. Besides, one thing about females wearing it isn't really a hard rule, and there are males who do it too. Anyone can wear it if they want to, really. Well, if you say so. Still, it's kind of uncomfortable, so I think I'd rather take it. Okay, well, uncomfortable. I suppose it's not really suited for our scales. Excuse me. Oh, well, we took it off regardless, so... Here, that should do it. Shall we go, then? Actually, it seems we're pretty early. They're probably still setting up. I see. Well, we could just stay here in the meantime. Oh, for sure. Just realized I haven't actually been in here since I prepared the apartment for you. Have you read any of the books I got you? Oh, so you're the one who stocked the bookshelf. They're all library books. I wanted to provide you with a good sample of what we have to offer, so there should be something in there for anyone. Looks like you've read a few books in the Sheridan series. Oh, really? I know they're not exactly highbrow, but she'll have her own taste. Can I offer you some food or drink? I barely used any of the stuff in the kitchen. Why not? I didn't want to touch anything that didn't at least resemble something I know. After all, I have no idea how to prepare them right or even know if they're safe for me to eat. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to get you all those perishables then. I wanted to provide you with a bit of everything, considering I had to prepare the apartment for someone I didn't know much about. Oh, some of them were good. It's interesting to taste the subtle and sometimes not so subtle differences in the similar fruits we have back home. Yeah, at least you didn't eat the other stick. That would have been funny. Did you throw anything out? Not really. Why do you ask? You've been here for nearly 2 weeks now, so even if some of them were safe for you to eat, they probably aren't anymore. Let me clean out your closet. My closet? Just look at this. You show me a juicy-looking, vaguely spherical fruit whose bright red color was unlike any fruit I had ever seen. It's very bright red. I don't think even our best apples could compare. Well, they're usually blue. Red means you're supposed to throw them away, as they have expired by then and toxins might have already set in. Oh, well, I wasn't planning on eating it anyways. Or this one, it's all moldy. I don't see any mold. Don't you see these spots? Sure, but if that's supposed to be mold, it looks very different from the mold we have back home. I see. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to stock up on perishables. I didn't consider all the implications of doing something like this. Had you eaten the wrong thing? You could be in a hospital right now. Don't stress yourself about it. Honestly, someone would have to be pretty reckless to just go ahead and start munching on things they don't know about. If anyone was smart enough to be sent here, they probably wouldn't take a risk like that. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Nevertheless, I better get rid of everything that's past its date. We don't really want the mold in the air either. If you say so. Once more he dove into the closet. I heard him rummaging around as he checked the fruits and vegetables thoroughly. That should be everything. Thanks. Bet the wine didn't go bad, though. Do you want some? I'm not really a big fan of wine. How come? I just can't enjoy it as some others do, I suppose. I'm willing to try anything at least once, though. Anything? Well, at least as far as food and drinks are concerned. Let's try some together, then. Well, if you want to. Sure. What kind of wine is this, anyway? I'm not sure. I just grabbed it when I got all the other stuff. Don't tell me you just went for the cheapest ones. Oh, he's a cheap date. Of course not. Everyone knows that you don't just buy the cheapest stuff. You go for the second cheapest. it's not wrong. Oh well. What kind of container should I get for you anyway? We're having wine, so let's go for wine glasses. The stem actually makes it possible for me to grip it with my vestigial thumb. So there shouldn't be any problems. Alright. Here you go. What shall we drink to? Interesting afternoon. Let's go with that. Alright, to an interesting afternoon and whatever it may bring. Took a sip from my wine glass. Remy really hadn't been kidding about getting the second cheapest bottle, because that was exactly what it tasted like. Hey, I come from a dystopian Earth, okay? I don't think they'd have alcohol. So just go with it. How do you like it? Must be an acquired taste, I think. How about you? It's alright. It's okay. I mean, you can't really expect much from a cheap bottle of wine. I see. Just look at the time. I think we could start heading to the festival now. Sure, let's go. This is strange. Usually there'd be a crowd by now. Do you think they canceled it? With Reza still being out there? Maybe they thought it wasn't a good idea to have a public spectacle like this. Oh wait, no, this is where Adine had her race that she was going to enter in, but didn't. Doesn't really look like a festival is going on right now, though. I don't know what's going on. Hey, I think I know this guy. Let's go and ask him. Oh yeah, the shop owner. Hey, Reich, how can I help you? We were just planning to go to the festival, but it doesn't seem like there's much going on here yet. Came to the right place, but the festival is not starting for another hour, at least. What? But the festival has always started at this time. You must have missed the memo, then. They moved it by an hour. Something about the daylight and making the fireworks more visible as a result. Well, that's a shame. And I'm kind of getting hungry too. I can help you with that. What are you selling? Skewers, meatballs, all kinds of grilled things, really. Well, I could really go for some meatballs. How about you? No problem. Just let me pack this up for you. This makes us your first customers of the day. What do I owe you? For you two, it's free. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Have fun at the festival. Thanks. So, what do we do now? Should we go back? Oh, that was the wrong voice. I got that backwards. Well, we're already here and got all this stuff. Let's just sit down somewhere. Sure. There's no more depressing tales about your ex-girlfriend. I guess they never got married. Sorry. Good stretch. We went off to the side as more dragons arrived and started setting up their various booths. How are the meatballs? They're actually pretty good. How about your stuff? It's great. I'm surprised, honestly. You never know with stuff that comes out of food carts. You're right. Maybe we got lucky. Or maybe it's because it's still fresh. Who knows? What was that about fireworks, though? Is the big show coming up later? Oh no, the festival is just getting started, and there are fireworks every day. Excuse me. But the big show is what everyone wants to see. That one is happening in a few days. Okay, so we still got a few days before the ending. It officially concludes the festivities. I see. A while later, the festival had kicked off, and the crowds were already coming in. Dragons of all shapes and colors filled the paths, ready to see the sights the festival had to offer. Booths lined both sides of the way. It reminded me a lot of a typical carnival setup, with the booths being filled with shops, food stands, games, and much more. Seems the festival has already started. Let's go. You know what? How about we just stay here? I really don't like crowds. Same, bud. Same. I've seen the festival so many times already. I'd rather just stay here with you. I thought you wanted to show me around, but I suppose we can just stay here if you prefer that. The main attraction is always the big fireworks show at the end of the festival, and that one is not going to happen today anyway. So why do we need to come here in the first place then? Is something wrong? I just had to realize that as nice as it is right now, you'll have to leave this world again eventually. I've been alone for such a long time now, I didn't even have a single friend. My job, I always have to smile when serving the customers. How can I be surrounded by people all the time, yet feel so alone? All these people have their own lives, families, friendships, friends, and relationships. Yet I had none of that. In a world where everyone else seemed to be happy, I was the odd one out who had to pretend in order to belong. How could that not have eaten away at me day after day? Alright, another emotional roller coaster. Thank you, Remy. Yet, one day, I heard about the plans of the humans coming here. Like many others, I was very excited at the prospect of our myths coming true. And then, the day came when Reza stepped through the portal, amidst all the pomp and fanfare you can imagine. It was quite a sight to behold, really. You wouldn't believe how much joy I felt during that moment. Amira, of course, took all the limelight she could. First, there was a big speech in front of a huge crowd, then a procession after she had officially welcomed Reza. When it was time for you to arrive and it was decided that it wouldn't be a public event this time due to security concerns, I knew that Amira wasn't going to be there if she wasn't able to make it all about herself. I begged her to let me do it, just to be able to get this close to a human at least once, to talk with them and see what they were like, to experience them. She told me that if I did a few favors for her, I could be the one to greet you. I knew that she wasn't going to be there anyway, but if I didn't do what she wanted, she would just send some other lackey instead. So I did everything she asked for. She did keep her word, though, and in the end, I was the one who would introduce you to this little world of ours. It might not have seemed like much to you, but with just us two and no one else being there. It was soothing. It was something very special to me. It was not just some public spectacle like the summer festival or Reza's arrival. For the first time in so long, I felt like that moment was about you and me and no one else. For someone in my position, garbage day, right? It just made me very happy to have such an extraordinary thing happen to me. Of course, I was very curious to see how much our myths would line up with reality, and even more overjoyed when you visited me in the library. When you accepted my invitation and came into my home, I was just glad to have you there. It seemed like you wanted to be there and weren't just someone out to use me in some way. I began to feel hope. When I met you in the park, I think the only reason I could tell you everything about myself was because I knew you were going to leave again eventually. And now, after all this, I can hardly believe you're still here with me. Why wouldn't I be? You're just so nice to me. Yet, even after the time I've got to spend with you, it seems that soon I'll have to let you go again. At least I got to know you. And thanks to you, I was able to reconnect with the Dean. Oh, good. Glad that happened. Now, it just seems so petty to not have spoken with her for such a long time. All those times when I felt alone and depressed, I really was only a phone call away from someone who still cared about me. But now that you have, that also means that your worst times are over. You're not alone anymore. That is true. To some people, it may not matter much if they have one friend more or less, but you know what makes the biggest difference? Having one when you didn't used to. God damn it, Remy, you're making me emotional. We even went to the orphanage together some time ago to help with the kids there. It seems one of them has taken quite a liking to me. That sounds lovely. Her name is Vara, and Vara? I remember her. You know about her then. It's such a sad story. But enough about me. What will you do once you get back to your own world again? I'm not sure. I don't even know what will happen to me when I return. These last few days, a lot of things have happened that have changed my perspective on what I'm doing here. Reza and those who sent me. Is that a bad thing? I don't know yet. At the very least, though, I can say that I've done what I believe was right. You should be careful with rhetoric like that. What do you mean? That kind of talk makes it very easy to justify any means when it serves the right cause, whatever that may be. The more important thing is, have you done anything that you might regret? Pissing off Anna was one thing. No matter what you think, keep in mind that you may be held accountable for your actions by others or even yourself. Don't just do something because you think it's for the right reasons. Do it when you are aware of the possible consequences as well. You're right. I have no way of knowing what my actions here will amount to once I return. Do you really wish to go back to your own world? If I didn't, it would only serve to strain the relationship we've been trying to build with your people here, which is something that could be elementary for our survival. I think. Anyways, besides, I didn't do it for those who reign over the city back home, or those who might have wanted to betray me. Let's not forget that even under the worst regimes, there are just normal people trying to survive too. If I have the power to make a difference for them, would it be right for me to just leave them be in order to seek my own happiness? That's exactly the kind of thing you were talking about, right? In the end, we all have to make our own decisions. If I leave them behind, then I leave them to people like Reza and those who sent me here. What would you want to do? Overthrow them? I don't even have the complete picture myself right now. How could I even consider what to do, given what I know? What I do know, though, is that if I don't do what they expect of me, there will be consequences. Maybe you'll just have to wait and see. That's not an option right now. Reza is still out there, armed and dangerous. Don't you think that's a matter better left to our police force? It could be very dangerous for you to interfere. It's far too late to reconsider. I've already been tangled up in this too much. Besides, I can't stop now. Don't forget how many he has killed already. He won't hesitate to do so again in order to reach his goal. In the end, it's my duty to stop him. If I don't, how would your people look at humanity? How could I face you again, knowing that my negligence could cause suffering and loss for others here if I just stopped now? I wish I could be as brave as you. Don't think bravery has anything to do with it. He must be stopped, one way or another. I know. Just be careful, alright? I'll try. We've been here for a while now. How about I walk you back to your apartment? What about the festival? Well, if you still want to go, we could watch the big fireworks show together in a few days. That's an idea. Alright, let's do that. I watched Remy as he got up again, stretching himself in a way that reminded me of a cat before we prepared to leave again. Oh, you're still here. How's business? As expected, people always get hungry at these events eventually. Can I offer you some more meatballs? No, thanks. I'm quite full from my earlier helping. How about you, Reich? A tempting offer, but we're just about to call it a day. I see. Are we going to watch the big fireworks at the end of the festival? That's the plan. Be sure not to miss it. You haven't seen anything until you see the fireworks. It's what everybody keeps telling me. Because it's true. Anyway, we should probably get going. Have a good day. Good day then. You too. Okay. And here we are again. Indeed. Did you want to clean out my bathroom cabinet as well or something? That's a good one. He gave a big sigh. You know how I feel. I guess I just wanted to make the most of this day. Speaking of which, I've never actually seen you without your tie. Okay. Well, actually... How about now? You are pretty cute, you know that? Is that just a term of endearment, or are you actually serious? I'm serious. He looked at me, hesitating. Okay. This is happening. Okay, well. Already here, so might as well. Unique, that's for sure, yeah. Maybe we shouldn't wear the tie anymore if this is what happens when I... Really? Yeah, looks good on you. Well, if you say so. Anyway, it's getting really late. So I should probably get going now. Don't forget about the fireworks. Oh, for sure. I'll see you then. Until we meet again. Thank you for everything. So that happened. I didn't even kiss a Dean. That's... might as well... It's a little late to be doing this part of the story. Okay, so it's a little different. They changed their mind, so I suppose you'll be stuck with me for a little while longer. I see. Oh, okay. Apparently the right mouse button goes... I got a little wet, but it should still be okay. Been pretty heavily outside, that's all. Yep. More skipping. Okay. We're at the last one, I believe. Oh no, don't tell me Sebastian's gonna die again. Obviously go with Remy. Let's see how this goes. It must be him. Are you ready to see the fireworks? Why? My body is ready? What? Okay. After a few minutes of walking, we arrived at rather empty. Pretty much the same as the Dean. Yep, same as the Dean. It's That's what I'm thinking. This reminds me of night arrived here. If it was dark. Yeah, you're right. I think it's starting now. Fireworks. I've been making a firework. Terrible realization. Yep. Should we call the police or something? We don't have the time. Not sure if I could fight him. You're right. If you're there, he probably won't hesitate to shoot. Maybe you can hold him off, and I'll try to get some help. Alright, let's do that. Go. Okay. Where is he? Where should I go? The portal. He'll be there. Okay. So far, it's the same. Just a few minutes later. Dang it! Let me... Okay, good. I can skip. I don't want to deal with that. Alright. Another ending. Here we go. Let's see how this one goes down. When billing was met. All the same, all the same, all the same. Alright, Maverick shows up, and Remy's here. Plan this, didn't you, right? Traitor! To think I let you distract me with such cheap tricks. Just because I thought there was still a shred of humanity within you. Oh boy. I'm not ready for this. So let me go and I'll forget this ever happened. That's 6 bullets for 3. I'm pretty sure he shoots more than 6 bullets. Alright, besides generating. On to humanity. Administrator's here. Who the fuck are you? Say so. Administrator's shot and killed. Administrator's a girl. Okay. Please tell me Remy lives. Please tell me Remy lives. Okay, so Maverick's not dead. Lock it. Where's his gun? Aiming at me, what? Oh, I got shot. A few seconds of silence, I slowly turned around. Reza was leaning against the wall, his head slumped forward lifeless. Oh, Reza's dead. So is Maverick, I guess. The administrator's dead too. That's not different. Both lying in a pool of their own blood. We're not moving. Remy. We hit in the side, and I saw blood trickling from the wound onto the ground below him. He raised his head, looking at me with an expression of pain. That doesn't look like an expression of pain. You're wounded. So are you. We need to stop the bleeding. I put some pressure on his wound, momentarily halting the blood that was trickling down his body. Can you do this? Let me try. He felt around his side, trying to get the right grip before he applied pressure on his own. I let go, and after a bit of adjustment, Remy could stop the bleeding on his own for now. I took off my shirt and briefly considered whether I would be able to use it to dress Remy's wound, but I soon realized it was not long enough to wrap around him properly. Besides, if he could walk for now, it would couldn't walk for now, it wouldn't make a difference. I'd stay here while he held his wound shut. Instead, I used the shirt to curb my own bleeding, folding it and wrapping it around my abdomen tightly. Look, Reza is gone. And that other person. Remy was right. Both Reza and the administrator were gone. We have to go. Go and stop Reza. Oh, they're not dead. I thought Reza was. I thought Remy was saying, okay. We need to use some help first. I can't just leave you like this. Ah! Don't you dare tell me what you would be doing me any favors by saving me. If it's just going to be one of us, I don't want it to be me. You don't know how it is to live every day as I have, always wondering if the pain will ever stop or if things will ever change again. Why'd you yell at me? That was rude. And when they finally do, you come along and tell me this? Don't do that to me. I'm not going through this again. What do you want me to do? This is bigger than us. Bigger than me. Just go. Go and stop Reza. Alright. Okay, so it's a little different. I hobbled to my feet and made my way back outside. In the distance, near the portal, I saw Reza and something that was standing between them. As I drew nearer, I recognized it as Vara, who was growling at it. Vara? Remy aimed to kick. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ooh, you need to die even more now, bud. Fought her off with a few kicks. His hand dove into his pocket to grab a few bullets. No. But with my injuries, I had no chance to stop him. Ah, no! 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 That's not okay! Immediately she was on him, throwing him to the ground. Kill him, please! Before starting to pound his head with her fists. Together they rolled down the slope of the small hill on which the portal stood. When they came to a halt, the fight resumed. There was a flurry of fists, and suddenly I heard the distinct sound of a gunshot, after which the administrator slumped and fell. Eventually I arrived, only to be able to confirm that both of them were dead. How did he die? That's my bloodline. Anyways, I'm glad he's dead. Screw him. He just killed Vara. I don't like that. Went up to the portal and examined Vara for any signs of life. I found none. Oh. Simply giving him some space as he stepped up to the smoke. Oh no! Why? This is sad. This is sadder than the last one. Oh, come on. That was terrible. Vara. This has to be Remy's bad ending. But how? Soon more help arrived. Remy and I got all the medical attention we needed. Besides those we already knew to be dead, it was also too late for Maverick. I warned them about the comet, telling them to check the PDAs I had given them for verification of my claims. A few minutes later, EMTs arrived and I was put into an artificial coma due to my injuries. In the weeks I was out, a variety of things happened. After everything that had taken place, negotiations were fierce between humanity and the dragons. Out of respect, Rez's body was returned to humanity through the portal. While his actions had shattered all goodwill on the dragon's side, Rez's wounds did their job to do the same for humanity. Oh no, don't tell me that. I too was to be returned to humanity, but as my condition didn't allow it, humanity took the dragons' refusal to transfer me as a sign they were keeping me as a hostage. I wasn't a priority for humanity, though, a fact I was aware of well before I ever arrived in this world. As far as they were concerned, Reza and I had our chance, and the results weren't pretty. Ultimately, the dragons decided to return the PDAs before all contact was cut. Luckily, my claims were taken seriously, and there was already a plan in place to divert the comet. While they would have to use the lab's generators to do it, humanity decided to use their portal's power source to support their slowly failing city for a while longer, as they looked for other, more long-term solutions. After I woke from my coma, I had to consider my options. While the dragons were able to create a new power source for the portal, I wouldn't have known how to send myself back to humanity, as their portal was already deactivated. At least not without the expertise of the dead administrator. The only coordinates remaining in the portal were those she left as a last resort. It turned out they were to send someone back in time to the day I arrived here. As soon as I could, I met with Remy, who told me about everything I had missed. That poor guy. So, the comet has been diverted, and you've replaced the power source for the portal. I guess I must have been gone for a long time. A few weeks, yes. What will you do now? I could use the portal to return to the day of my arrival. After all, I came here to save our dying city, which is something I failed to do. But you saved us. That is true, but I can't help thinking that there could have been a diplomatic solution if I just hadn't been in a coma during the negotiations. Whatever you want to do now, you can be sure that you'll have the council's support. You could just stay here if you wanted to. Kinda do. Like, honestly, humanity kinda sucks in this timeline. But you wouldn't mind that, would you? You know how I am. Humans just fascinate me. This isn't just about me, though. Of course, I would love it if you stayed with us, but I know there are many other factors at play here, and that it wouldn't be an easy decision for you to make. Don't let me stop you from going back if that's what you want to do, though. I'll be fine. Are you sure about that? Yes. After all, I'm not alone anymore. In the last few weeks, I spent a lot of time with Adine, and I'd say we're pretty good friends now. As sad as it is what happened with Vara, there is another girl at the orphanage we've been taking care of pretty often. Maybe you've seen her. Her name is Emily, and she's just the sweetest little girl. Besides, if you really end up going back in time, I'll see you again. Well, I don't want to see that again! Oh... Well, that was sad. Yeah, that was sadder than Adine's bad ending. And right on cue. Little guy's awake. Oh yeah, that was Vara's mom. Yeah, Bryce, Lorem, or actually do Anna right. Oh, jeez. Seeing Adine get shot was bad enough, but Vara? Little kid? Well... The others can't get any sadder, can they? Like, that was the saddest one out of the whole group, right? Because I don't know if I could take another one. Wait, that was a good ending? That was a good ending? How is that a good ending? How is Vara dying a good ending? But how? I'm sorry, but how? Well, Adine lived and she got... It was her bad ending. What happened? Remy doesn't get a better ending than that? Remy ending up with Adine and Emily as their kid? I don't want to know what the bad ending for him is then. That's insane. Well, I guess I got Remy's good ending. Well, I don't want Vara to die, so I guess I can't have Remy be the good, the ending. I can't do Remy for the final ending. I want Vara to live, if that's how his good ending is. This game is throwing me for a freaking roller coaster of emotions. That's... wow. Well... I know I need to for 100% completion, but it still sucks to see. I don't want to see kids get shot. And yeah, there's dogs barking in the background. They're being loud. Mine's being loud. Most games shy away from hurting kids. Like Skyrim, you can't hurt the kids. Grand Theft Auto, there are no kids. Not that I play Grand Theft Auto. Hate that game. Yeah, 2 hours. Okay, yeah, 2 hours. Good. It's going to end it here anyways, but yeah, jeez. Went by longer than I thought. I figured it'd be going by faster with the skip ability. Ugh. Well, one good ending down, I guess. I think like maybe 5 more to go. I don't know how many characters. I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. Try again next week. I'm thinking to actually finish Anna's and get her and hopeful good ending, and get her done with, and then I'll probably do either Bryce or Laura next. Jeez, that was rough. That was a rough ending. Anyways, well, thank you everybody for stopping by and joining me on this roller coaster of emotions. Fuck. Hopefully I'll see you guys next week, and we'll continue our journey through this story. Oh, boy. Yep, another one I need to lie down after. Jeez. Alright, see you all next week.